Listen, we still in preparation mode. Black folks ain't never on time, right? Good. We good. Let's see. You need to go live on yours. Oh, he's already live. You didn't tell us, production man. You did. I would have got up. Oh, all right, y'all. We getting ready. Oh, turn the music down. Hey, IG. We are about to get started. So we got a couple lives. We got Instagram. We got Facebook. We got a couple streams going to different places. So we still setting up. Yeah, we good. All right. All right, so we definitely gotta set the vibe in here.
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
We need to light the sage too.
Yeah, so we got the sage and Palo Santo. If y'all don't know about sage is clearing out the energy, getting rid of any heavy energy. Cause baby, today was the day. Today was the day. So we was like, you know what? This is our first episode, so we have to start the show with clearing the energy and bringing good energy in. So she has the sage. She's going to clear the energy.
Yes.
And I'm going to bring good energy back in. So bear with us while we set the vibe. In the meantime, y'all can go get y'all chips, snacks, get comfortable, take off your shoes, whatever you need to do. Meet us back here. We're just in the process of clearing energy. Facebook, if y'all want a better view, you can go to IG. So, girl, today was the day. We got to clear
this whole stage.
Listen, we need to clear out all the energy. Listen, when I tell you the most, like, so much stuff was trying to stop us from accomplishing this.
And that's how it be when you try to do something. If it's not obstacles in your path, that might not even be the right thing you're supposed to be doing.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes, because everything was trying to stop us from like doing our first episode. And it was some meltdowns today. We had some tech problems. We had everything. We was going through it today. But I was like, not today, Satan, not today. I mean, the wildest things though.
And that's what's crazy because it came together so organically and so quick. And it was like, it just happened. And then it's like, oh no, what y'all trying to do? Yeah. Oh no, hold up.
I mean, when I tell you, like, the day, everything been going smooth, planning been going smooth. Mm-hmm. And then today, it was just like every obstacle that you can think of, like, to the point where I was about to run out of gas. And mind you, my car never puts when it comes to the gas station. So I was damn near by the pump, and my car started pumping, I'm like, no, please. Like, and this was an hour before we even started this show. So that just shows you how much like God has been on our side throughout this process, because he wanted to see if we was going to give up, and we didn't.
And it's funny because she called me. I didn't even know she was having a stressful day. And she called me like, Mia, and I'm like, it's okay. Like, everything gonna work out. And right after that, I saw 444 on the clock. And then I saw somebody's license plate that said persist. And that was just another sign. Like, I just got chills as I said that. But yes, when you're doing things, like, you have to pay attention to your surroundings, because things will come to you to show you that you're doing the right thing, and you just got to remain calm. Like, yep. I think for me, I've learned not to worry or stress as the years have gone on, because everything always works out. And when you worry and you stress, you're using your energy on the wrong thing when you should be focusing, yep, or protecting yourself or whatever you need to do. So
Ashe to that one. Yeah. So she's going to clear out the energy because I mean, everything was trying to stop our flow, and nothing could stop our flow, because we who we are. So, yes. But I'm actually about to bring good energy back into the space.
And this I feel better just smelling the sage. Like, I love the smell of sage. It just feels so good and so cleansing.
Same. I love it. But for our celebration for making it through, I had to stop at the gas station. Not the gas station, the liquor stop. Right corner from my house. The liquor stop. It's like 2 minutes away. It's right there. Just to celebrate our accomplishments. Like me and Mia started this podcast. Like our story is like
Tuesday?
We started the podcast we thought about the podcast on Tuesday. This podcast, like we both didn't know that we had dreams to one day start a podcast and really do it. So I wanted to meet with her, and we met at Black Coffee Shop, and I'm like, let's meet, have coffee, and just talk about where we gonna go in 2024.
And we it wasn't even about the podcast.
It wasn't something else. You know what? You are.
We were meeting up for something else.
You're right.
And
you're right.
Our whole conversation shifted towards the podcast.
Yes.
So it's like it was just meant for us to do that. I've been wanting to do a podcast for like at least like 4 years. So.
Yes, I know. And it was so crazy because we was like, when we gonna do the podcast? And we was like, how about this Friday? Like, listen, I'm like
pressure.
Like this Friday. But here's the thing, I already had the equipment. Yeah. Like I had the lights and a couple other things because, you know, I went to school for this stuff, and I just always got stagnant when it was time for me to really start. And we just aligned. It was so crazy because it was like, oh my gosh, we balanced this whole situation out. Like the stuff been there.
Yeah.
I just never,
it's just utilizing it. Like a lot of times we will have the right tools.
Yeah.
And it's just about moving things around and putting things together, you know, so that it can come together right. But sometimes, you know, it's like you probably needed me and I needed you, you know, and it's funny even how we met, because we met on the New Moon exhibit with Asha. And and you know, it was like even then it was like who knew that we would be here.
Tomorrow, well, we're still in the full moon of Leo, so we met at the new moon, bringing new in, and like the full moon is about like just that strong energy to really make it happen. You know
what I just thought about when we did our photo shoot. It was on a full moon. It was like the pink moon. It was. Yeah, it was the pink
Look
full
at Spirit.
moon.
It was. See, I didn't even think about that. And then, listen, we getting deep. Because like right now, y'all, this no cap. This is like real, like we're really like figuring things out on live just now, because I never knew this information that she told me.
Yeah,
so
I just thought about it.
Yeah.
I just thought about it. Yeah, because I remember making a post like, because I wore pink and I was like wearing pink on the pink full moon. And
okay, so like it's so funny because in a photo shoot, we're in space. The theme was like stars and stuff like that, and then me and you. Look at that. Come through. So it's so funny how everything like comes full circle. Like we really appreciate it. But for us, like for the sake of it, we about to like pop some bubbly. I said y'all can go get comfortable. It's the Living Room Conversation, where we talk about everything from mental health, creativity, being a boss, which is being obedient to serving self, glowing up. It's about everything. So we really want to come on this podcast and give you guys just the real, and be comfortable with showing up and being your authentic self, because how you are in your home, how you show up in your living room, start showing up in real life as your authentic self. Because like we didn't try to make this like very like I guess like stage. Like this is real life. We are actually trying to talk about things that everybody been wanting to talk about. They just afraid to talk about. So we're gonna have a living room conversation. So we want y'all to get comfortable. We about to pop this Moscato for celebration. And shout out to Aaron. He's part of our production team. He got us covered. He got the cameras going. So I'm super happy that we pulled this together in 3 days. 3 days, 3 days, like 3 days. And I'm actually in my real living room. Like this is how me and Mia kick it. Like, oh, you good. Listen, we popping bottles. Thank you. Appreciate it. All righty. I'm gonna sit that down.
That was a lot of
yes, to the ancestors. Some of it spilled. Ashe. Yes, ashe. All right. So, we just wanted to come on here today and talk about the power of the mind. It's so funny how everything was against us today and how much we knew this was going to be a topic, the power of the mind, before we got into this podcast. Cheers. Before we actually started the podcast, like we was like, our first episode is going to be the power of the mind. And it's so funny because Spirit tested our powers today.
Yes, definitely.
They tested our power, like our mindset. Like, was we gonna give up, or we was gonna push forward?
Or we gonna let the distractions, make us mad? Like a couple times, I'm like, look, let me calm myself down. Let me bring myself back into that good space, back into my center, back into my energy. Because I was feeling stuff like, this ain't me. Let me get this up off of me, because we knew what we wanted to do, and we were gonna do it.
We were gonna do it. We was gonna get it done. Listen, I called Aaron today, and I'm like, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story real quick. Like mental, like sometimes you need people to balance you out, because I'm one of them type people that, when things don't go my way, I'm like frustrated. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, it's got to go right, and that is the perfectionist of me. Like I don't want it to be perfect, but I want it to be right and done right, because I take my craft.
When you want something and you want to do something with your name on it, and that's a good thing. That you have that. But when you get up in your head, that does cause stress, anxiety. So you have to learn, like, hey, things gonna happen. And I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm just gonna go with the flow and still do what I can do that's in my control.
Right. So like IG this morning decided to kick me out.
Yeah, they was playing
like thirsty. So here's the thing. I went to just do a random thing on IG this morning, and I was logged out. I'm like, who logged me out? So I figured this IG stuff out maybe like 45 minutes before we went live. And that's just like, I didn't give up. Like that is the power of like the mind, like not giving up and believing in yourself. Like, and it take a lot to, believe in yourself, because society has you thinking, the opposite. Like everybody follow everybody. Everybody jump on trends. And then realize they're not mentally built for that.
Right.
So some people just give up and just be like, you know what, I'm done. And maybe God, this is the thing they always say, maybe God
want me to do it. I know
that's an excuse though.
Definitely. I know for me, I did not grow up believing in myself. Like I'm the type of person where it was hard for me to follow through with things. I overthink, and overthink to the point where it cripples me sometimes, and that's where that perfectionism comes in sometimes. But also, I think sometimes overthinking can be a lack of confidence, and so, I mean, literally, I'm about to be 38 in like 2 weeks. I just started believing in myself a few years ago, and I'm still, believing in myself. I mean, yesterday I had to do, I facilitated a group with like 60 women. And I told you, like, my hand was shaking. I'm like, oh my gosh, because other people that was supposed to be there couldn't make it. So I'm like, I had to put my big girl panties on and do it by myself, And so I told myself, like, all right, we just gonna breathe. We gonna do it, because you've been doing this. And obviously, if you're put in this position, you're made for it.
Right.
And
I believe you though. I believe you, because Mia has she say she's shy, but then when she get on camera, y'all, she be like really about it. Like,
I think it's when I'm around people that I'm comfortable with, and people, what I've learned for myself is that when I became a safe place for myself, other people started to show up being their authentic self. And so I think that was the big thing, like just becoming a safe place, so when I'm around other people that I feel are safe, I feel free to be myself. But if I'm around you and I'm like this and they talking, like,
energy is everything.
I
always talk about like how I never really connected with people because I feel people energy and I take on a lot of that. I'm an empath, so and for me, I'm battling my own self, my own mental health. I gotta show up in the world and be this person, especially for my daughters. And it's just kind of hard to, navigate the world sometimes. So I don't know, like far as me, confidence wise, it took me a while. I've been confident, but you know, sometimes you get caught up in being in toxic relationships that kind of stop you and you forget who you are.
Facts.
You lose your voice.
Facts.
Plenty of times I done lost my voice. You know what I'm saying? So then when it was time for me to step out in the world, you got to learn the world all over again. It's like penitentiary. Like when you get put away for a long time, then it's time for you to show back in the world. The world didn't change. You know, this world is changing within seconds.
And
so,
trauma affects our personality. Like a lot of people, they may think like, oh, I'm shy or this and that. No, really, sometimes it's our trauma. It's our childhood. You know, it's the things that we've gone through that have diminished our confidence and dimmed our light. And so you think that you're shy, like you said, when you get around certain people, and that just goes to show that it's like sometimes it's just been your environment, and you take on those things and believe that that's a part of you when it's really not. It was your response to your trauma. It's like your coping mechanism. You know, and I know for me as a kid, like they couldn't handle me. They could not handle me. Like I was so much, like I could read at 3. Like I was just so much. And the people around me, if you're raised by people who are not comfortable standing in their light or don't even know their authority or their power that they have, then how are they going to raise children to stand in theirs?
Girl, that's a bar.
Seriously, a whole bar. I mean, for real, like that's why I named my book "Reclaiming My MF Power" because I literally was like felt powerless. I felt not in control of anything, and I just felt like, man.